Houston Cougars. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Knights will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Houston Cougars offense will be first on the attack. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Grab near the sticks. It's Dawkins. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He'll do it himself. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. So they got nothing on the last play. Here's 3rd and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Houston! Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the UCF Knights offense will go to work for the first time today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Let's take just a minute here and talk about UCF. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Fields the punt, wants to make a play. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going to run it. Pulled down for the tackle. Houston going up-tempo.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Makes the grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal of where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Finds a man on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking for a man. It's Sharp. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. Shows a little move, gets his man off balance, and gets out to the 22.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive game.
They pick up that first down easily. You wonder sometimes if you're 2-down territory there and you take a shot on 3rd and run it on 4th, but they opt to just move the chains here.
And I laugh now watching quarterback sneaks. It looks a lot less fun than back in my day when I played, because not only are you getting hit from the front now if you're a quarterback, but you've got your own guys running into your back now as well. We see these push plays more and more often today in college football. No fun.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll run the option. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. You just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Pulls it in. It's Dawkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage. Getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? After a punt on their last possession, they are set up. Got some room to run. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll ride the hot hand, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Off play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sharp. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. They got it. It's blocked.
You never know how weather affects the kick, and the rain's coming down, obviously, but the field goal unit does a great job getting penetration, getting back deep in the backfield, and then blocking the kick for the big momentum shift.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Houston wants to play fast. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Wide open downfield. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on. Offense.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field ready to go to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Got the quick completion. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Now on second down. They'll run it to the right side. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Wants to throw. It's Sharp. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. The Knights send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. That's caught. It's Adams. Behind the chains now on second and long.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Back to throw, it's Sharp. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Cougars headed quickly to the line. Gonna sling it on second down. Makes the catch, it's Adams. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down. Behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fires deep toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on second and goal. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Houston. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Beck's going for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Cougars in the hurry-up. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the... Great place to start for this offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. He wants to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. Rides to back on the option, the give. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0.